Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kat, and for those of you that are not new here, something's different. Also, these look crazy because it is not easy to find like eyebrow products for red hair, and so because of that, like my hair definitely has a whole lot of red in it right now, and so I had to go and take like eyeliner along with brow products. I'm still trying to get the matching of the color there, but they also just look, I feel like they're not as bad as I think they are. I'm just not used to seeing crazy bold brows on my face. So they look somewhat comical to me right now, but I'm hoping I'll get used to it. I'm also gonna try and see if I can maybe just use some eyeshadow powders to see if that might give me a better result, because I just feel like they're very thick. And I prefer more of a natural brow. So still working on that, but that is definitely something that I've been noticing. So for all my redheads out there, I feel your pain right now. So we're gonna have to just get used to it, but I do love the hair. I will at some point go back to the blonde because I love the blonde, but I just wanted a little bit of a change, and I love red hair, and so this is about as red as I can go while still being within the regulations that the Air Force requires. It's still somewhat questionable, depending on the lighting, if I am actually in regs or not, so we'll have to see. Might have to tone it down a little bit, but I love it, and so I would love to know what you guys think, so drop it down in the comments below. I gave you guys a sneak peek the other day, so let me know what you think, but I think it's fun. I love it, and I'm still gonna continue to grow my hair out because I am on that long hair journey, and so it's about, when it's straight, like I would say halfway down my back, and it's getting there, but I don't know, but I keep like, do you ever have that when you have new hair where you're just like, I gotta keep touching it? But for today, I thought it would be kind of fun for us to do just a little bit of a get ready with me. I obviously already have the majority of my face on, but we're gonna play with these two palettes from Oden's Eye so you guys can see them. I'll show you the color stories inside, and we'll take a look, and then I'm gonna do an eye look with it. And we're just gonna chit chat because I do have some things that I wanted to share with you guys as far as like the way forward for my channel, because I had a month ago, we were doing our giveaway for 1,300 subscribers, and out of nowhere, I gained over 200 more subscribers, so hello to all of you. Welcome. I guess we have fun here, like, but I want to just kind of give you guys a little bit of like, here's what I'm planning for the way forward, so we're all kind of on the same page, so that way you guys aren't surprised, because I know that I've been super inconsistent with posting and everything, and so I just wanted to explain a little bit of what's going on and like what my expectations for my channel are, so that you guys know what you're signing up for. And you know, if that's not for you, that's cool. You know, I appreciate you stopping by as you did, but for the rest of you, if you like how it sounds, awesome. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna be way more relaxed than what we have been, because I've been stressed. So we're gonna jump into the palettes, and so we have the Merry Christmas palette, which is the more of your warm tone shades. Very, very beautiful. This is the color story on the inside. It is super duper pretty. I really, really like those colors. I will say, however, like, we know I'm not as big on reds. Ironically, like, I love red hair. Hate it on my eyes. So, it's one of the weird things, but the other one is going to be the Christmas Eve palette, and this is definitely more of the palette that speaks to me. This is all of your cool tone shades. Definitely already dipped into a couple of the shimmers on there, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And so we are going to kind of combine the two palettes into an eye look for today. So we will just do that as I'm chit-chatting, and then I'll show you the end result. So let me get my brain on right and see what kind of colors I even want to throw together. I have to replan everything, because that's one of the things with blonde hair. It goes with everything, you know? And so now it's like, what goes with reddish brown? I feel like not as many things, but I do think I am really liking these like bluish purples and then grays. So I kind of think that I'm gonna do that, and then maybe throw in a little bit of this like silverish champagne shade on there possibly. Or we might go super crazy and throw in like this Jingle Bell shade is a bit of a duochrome. It's very pretty. Maybe throw that one in somewhere. Unsure yet. I know though I am primarily going to stick with the cooler tones, and then maybe just grab here or there from the red warmish toned palette. So here we go. So first off, as we're jumping in, how are you guys doing? Like, how's everyone feeling? I'm asking that genuinely because I feel like there are so few people that actually genuinely ask how someone's doing, you know? That's definitely something that I experience all the time, where it's just like in passing, people are like, hey, how's it going? Going good. You know, you give the natural, normal answer of like, things are fine, they're good, they're okay. And no one really delves into what they might have going on, either out of fear of judgment or that they feel like maybe the person doesn't care or whatever it is. But I just feel like very few people actually ask with the intent of wanting to know the real answer, and also very few people give a real answer because of that fear of people not really wanting to know, and then you're like, oh, now I wasted their time, right? So how are you guys doing? How's everyone holding up? Has the beginning of the year been better for you guys than last year, or the same? Like, what's going on for you guys? For me, I have definitely been very, very stressed. For those of you that have been around for at least a couple months, you know that I've had several mouth surgeries for my teeth to get my gums fixed because I have receding gum lines. And so it's definitely been a struggle for me because I couldn't do any of the normal things that I would equate to like my stress relieving things. So couldn't work out because of the pain. My second surgery ended up resulting in an infection on this side of my face, which is also part of why I wasn't posting as regularly, because I was just in a whole lot of pain, and so I couldn't really motivate myself to film at all. And I just also felt hideous with the swelling. I know I did one video and you guys were just so sweet with like being kind and not pointing out that I looked like a monstrosity. But we all know it looked rough. I looked like I might have had gout on the side of my face, so that's how swollen it was. It's just, it's very hard to be in a good space when you feel awful and you think you look awful, and then you can't do any of the things that you normally would do to feel better. And so that was a huge struggle for me, trying to deal with all of that. And on top of that, I wasn't able to eat properly. I'm still not able to eat properly because I still can't chew on the one side of my face yet. And before that, I wasn't able to chew on the other side of my face. And so it's just been kind of this like non-stop thing of not being able to eat properly. I can't sleep very well because of my face. And I'm normally someone that like sleeps on their stomach or on their side. And so not being able to sleep in that way for me is actually really difficult. Like, I will wake up a lot if I'm sleeping on my stomach because it's not comfortable for me. And so that was definitely not a good time. And so it's just been all of these things that I normally would be able to do to help relieve stress, I haven't been able to do. And so that made dealing with the surgeries that much more of a struggle. And then on top of that, I'm taking 2 classes at a time for my second master's because I want to get that done in about a year. So if I stay on track right now, I will graduate next year, April. I'm doing kind of an aggressive track for that. And then on top of it, I'm also still teaching for my job. And then I was participating in some volunteer stuff to help train some of our rescue soldiers. And so I've just been doing too much, so to speak. Like, I don't know how to say no, apparently. And so I've just been taking on a lot more. And so I've not been in a good place because of it. And that has made making videos difficult, because even though doing makeup looks is one of my favorite things to do to just kind of feel better and have a good time. I couldn't get the energy to even get up. Like, I have a whole table full of all kinds of makeup stuff and different ideas for videos, and I just couldn't even motivate myself to do it, because even though for some of them it's just massive swatch videos, because I know you guys love my swatches, I don't have to have a face on for that, but I feel this like obligation because of being a primarily makeup channel that I always have to have a face on, and it always has to be perfect. And because of that, I was just like too stressed already to have to deal with the energy that goes into putting a full face of makeup on, to then film, to then edit, and have to wash everything. Like, it was just too much for me. And so that is one of the things where moving forward, I am not going to worry about that nearly as much. Like, I am going to, if I have videos where I don't need to have a face of makeup on, I probably won't, because then that way I can just do the videos, because the main thing I love is being able to talk to you guys, you know, having comments, conversations down below. Like, that's the main reason why I have my channel in the first place, because I want to be able to chit chat with you guys. And so not dealing with the stress of throwing on a full face of makeup, I think, is going to help out a lot with that, because I have a bunch of videos talking about things that like have not nearly as much to do with makeup. Like, I've got some clothes stuff that I wanted to review with you guys, some perfume things, because I've recently gotten into perfumes. So I have all of these different things that I want to share, but because of the stress of like, no, you have to put your face on first, I could never get into it because it was just too much. And so I am not going to consume myself with worrying about having a face on from now on. I am just going to, whatever I look like is what I look like, and if I end up throwing on makeup as we go through, awesome. If I don't, also awesome. And so that's kind of my perspective on it for the future. There are definitely still going to be plenty of videos where I am putting on makeup, because I want to show you guys the eyeshadows, see how they look and everything. So we will definitely still be doing that. But for some of them where it's not like part of what I'm showing you guys, I might just chill and we'll just have conversations without a face on. So I'm kind of hoping that you guys can feel me a little bit on that and like understand the stress behind it and be cool with like me not necessarily putting in as much time on that. One of the other things too that kind of stresses me out a little bit is I am not a very professional channel. I also am not a professional makeup artist by any stretch of the imagination. And so I kind of always feel like I get very nervous about how I will be viewed on different things. And like, even when brands reach out to me to offer me PR or to see if I want to review their products, I tend not to want to, mainly because number one, I have a full-time job already. I am very busy with my job in the Air Force, and so I don't do this this YouTube channel to try and get to the point of like getting paid and have this be my full-time job. Like, I love my job in the Air Force. That will always be my primary thing. And so this is just meant to be fun for all of us to enjoy makeup together. And because of that, I feel like since I primarily review indie brands, I have had brands reach out and offer to send me free products, but they're not really free. They're like, there's an expectation that I am going to make a video with it and I'm going to talk about it positively. And so the one time where I did accept PR, it didn't go great. Let's just put it that way. And so because of that, I don't want to accept PR anymore. And on top of that, I feel like with a lot of indie brands, especially the ones where it's just one singular person that's running the whole show, I don't want to take that money away from them. Like, they need all the money that they can get to keep their you know, company afloat. And since that is their primary thing, I have no problem with contributing by paying for the products that I am then going to talk about. Plus, then I also don't feel any kind of obligation to say anything one way or the other. And that's always kind of been a big thing for me, is that I want to be able to just say it like it is. Like if a product sucks, I want to be able to tell you guys that it sucks. And normally I try to keep my channel very, very positive, and so because of that, like I don't want to feel any kind of obligation. So I primarily only purchase products where I have an expectation that I am going to like it, because if I don't talk about it, I probably didn't like it, right? Because again, since I'm not a professional channel where you guys are only coming to me for my reviews, eek, I am making this worse. I thought I was cleaning it up. I am not. I am getting blue everywhere. Since I'm not like a professional channel or anything like that, I just prefer to only talk about the things that I enjoy, and since I am spending my own money, I don't want to waste it on things that I already know I will hate. That's part of why I stopped purchasing pretty much any luxury makeup unless I really wanted it just for the packaging, because I already know luxury products and I don't get along, you know. There, I think that's cleaned up a little better. It got real crazy there for a second. And so I just want to be one of those positive spaces for you guys where we're just having fun and we're just chit-chatting about things in a positive way, because there's already so much stuff going on in the world. Like, I don't want to be part of what adds to the drama, you know. I just want us to have fun and enjoy beautiful makeup, which is why I focus on indie brands, because indie brand makeup is beautiful. So that's my thought on that. But that is part of why I don't accept products from other companies for them to send it to me, because I want to be able to speak freely and I don't want to feel like there's any kind of obligation. And in the past there have been obligations. And also, since I am just kind of doing this for fun, I know that I don't always post super regularly, which can be frustrating for those of you that really enjoy having like a set routine. And I can't, unfortunately I can't commit to that, because my schedule is kind of all over the place with being in the military, and I don't know when things will pop up or if I need to take a knee and just kind of relax for a little bit. Like if I have too much stuff going on, like I can't. And so I wanted to make sure that I was just being really transparent with you guys about that, so that you're not wondering why, like, because I used to say that I would post every Sunday and Thursday, and I used to be able to do that pretty regularly, and now I definitely cannot with all of the other stuff that I have going on. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that even though it says that on my banner, that's probably not going to be the case moving forward. There might be some weeks where I get out 3 or 4 videos for you guys, and then there are going to be other weeks where I might not be able to do anything, like the last couple weeks. And so I hope that that's okay for you guys, and that you're still willing to stick it out with me, because again, I do have a ton of things that I want us to do. So this will definitely be a week with more videos. But I just wanted to let you guys know, so that you know what you're subscribing to, so that way you're not feeling like I'm keeping stuff from you guys or whatever. Like, it's just the nature of my schedule that I can't be as consistent as I would like anymore. On a completely separate note, I am loving how this eye look is turning out, and the blues, I feel like, look gorgeous with the hair, and so I am very glad that I chose to go with cool tones on here, because it is super duper pretty. And this silver, this snowflake shade, is really, really pretty. It's definitely a little bit more flaky, but you could have it be super, super thick if you went in with your finger or use some setting spray. I'm kind of wanting it to be a bit more just light glittery-esque, but it is gorgeous. So I am really enjoying these shades. Oden's Eye did also come out with 3 new palettes, because they had 3 additional creators that they did a collaboration with. And so if you were wanting to check them out, now is a good time, so you can kind of see what those additional palettes are. I know 2 of the 3 creators. One of them is Lauren May, who absolutely love her. Like, she is like peak quality for me, because she not only does an amazing job with reviewing products, but she comes up with these absolutely awesome topics to discuss within the makeup realm, and so I love her. And so she is one of the three. And then Batty Bean is another one, and I love her stuff. She's done different collaborations with Shroud Cosmetics in the past, and so she does really gorgeous looks. She's also a little bit more on the grunge side, which I appreciate, because we know I love some good grunge makeup, and so I love seeing some of the looks that she puts together. And so those are the two that I am familiar with. I'm not familiar with the third person, but also a really gorgeous palette, and so I would definitely check them out and see what you guys think. And so if you're wanting to test out Oden's Eye, that would be a good collection to potentially try out, because I know that the Christmassy ones were a limited edition for the holiday, and so I don't think you can get them anymore, but you guys had said that you would still like to see some looks, so here we are with some additional looks. All right, now the question is, do I want to keep it cool? This is where we run into an issue where I'm like, do I want to keep it cool tone, or do I want to throw in some extra? You know, I think I'm gonna do the extra maybe with the liner rather than focusing on messing up the powders. So I think that's what we're gonna do next. All right, so for the liner, what I decided is that I'm gonna use one of the Kaleidos multi-chrome liners, and this one is the Sea Sparkle one, which is kind of like a bluish purple to like slightly green, but mainly bluish purple. So we're gonna go in with that real quick, and then I'll throw on lashes, and then we'll come back to wrap it all up and you can see the final look. All right, so we're back with the final look. So I'm gonna come in a little bit closer for you guys to kind of see what's up with the eyes. And I like how the liner is not like too crazy. It's definitely primarily blue leaning, but then has like, depending on how the light hits it, like ever so slight, a little bit of like a purplish or greenish kick, but it keeps it more on the cool tone side, which I really like. So I think overall, I love how the look came out. I would love to know what you guys think. Would you have maybe gone with some other colors? What are some recommendations for color stories that you guys would want to see with the red hair? I would love to know. And I hope that you guys enjoyed just kind of chit-chatting with me, so I could give you like a little bit of understanding of what my plan is moving forward. And I just appreciate you guys so much for being so awesome and so nice to me with everything, and so I just love you guys so much. And if you made it to the end of the video and you've not yet subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe. Come join my family here. We talk a ton about indie brands. We do really colorful makeup. We normally swatch just a ton of things. And so if that sounds like fun, feel free to come join us, subscribe, at least drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're loving so we can get a conversation started. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you did not, as we always do here. And other than that, you guys just go have a good one.